This is our paper slide video over plate tectonics vocabulary by Mrs. Barton's class.
As you may know, we were given an assignment to make paper slides. As you may also know, tectonic plates are each piece of the lithosphere and are made up of parts of continents, whole continents, and parts of sea floor. They can also cause geological events like volcanoes and earthquakes. Thank you for listening.
It occurs as molten rock within Earth rises through cracks along a mid-ocean ridge, and the molten rock cools down, forming a new oceanic crust that pushes others away from the ridge, and the process is repeated over time. The seafloor slowly spread, and as it moves, so any tectonic plates.
My word is subduction. Subduction is where one plate sinks below another plate and forms ocean trenches, volcanoes, and earthquakes. They sink because they are more dense.
My word is oceanic crust. It's mostly made out of basalt and is thinner than continental crust, but even though it's thinner, it's more dense.
My word is tectonic plate movement, and tectonic plates either push together, slide past each other, pull apart from each other, or one crust sinks below the other. And when they pull apart, it's called a divergent boundary. And when the plates slide past each other, then a transform boundary is formed. And when the plates collide, then a convergent boundary is formed. And when the crust sinks below the other is called a subduction zone.
My word is mid-ocean ridge. Mid-ocean ridge is an underwater seamountain range formed where two parts of the Earth's crust are moving apart. Seafloor spreading takes place at mid-ocean ridges. Mid-ocean ridge are formed by divergent boundaries.
My word is geological events. There are 4 types of geological events. There's ocean basin formation, which goes down into an underground canyon. Then there's an earthquake that the earth shaking and separating into small pieces. Also, there's a volcano eruption. It's basically a volcano that gets too hot and explodes. Last, there's a mountain building when 2 plates collide to make one big mountain. A geological event is any change that's a earth structure.
Our word is continental crust. The crust is one of the layers of the earth. There are 2 types of the crust, continental crust and oceanic. Continental crust is the thicker part of Earth's crust that forms the larger land masses. It is less dense from ocean crust.
My word is the ring of fire. The ring of fire is where 75% of Earth's volcanoes occur. Most of its warnings are near plate boundaries, which are volcanoes and earthquakes. The plates around it are North American, South American, Eurasian, Indo-Australian, and Nazca. It's also 25,000 miles long.
My word is divergent boundary. Divergent boundary is when 2 plates move away from each other. This mostly happens on ocean floors. This allows rocks to melt and make magma, which comes out of volcanoes. Once it comes out, it is called lava. Once lava cools, it makes a new rock, and it can also make new lands. And lots of different landforms.
My word is transform boundaries. Transform boundaries slide past each other horizontally. When they slide past each other, huge amounts of energy are released and creates earthquakes. Unlike other types of boundaries, transform boundaries do not produce magma. The plate edges do not slide past each other smoothly.
My word is continental drift. 200 to 300 million years ago, the continents were joined together in a single large landmass called Pangaea, but 200 million years ago, they broke up and formed a landmass called Laurasia and Gondwana. But they didn't stop drifting. In 65 million years ago, they formed 6 large land masses called North and South America, Africa, India, Eurasia, Antarctica, and Australia. Then 3 million years ago, it formed the continents we know today: Europe, Asia, Antarctica, Australia, Africa, India, and North and South America.
My word is geological event. Using evidence from scientific fields, scientists constructed a model of continental change. 300 million years ago, the continents were formed in a single large landmass named Pangaea. When the continents formed Pangaea, huge forces crumpled Earth's rocky outer layer called the crust, forming mountains. One ocean named Panthalassa surrounded Pangaea. 200 million years ago, a large rift divided Pangaea into two large continents named Laurasia and Gondwana. 65 million years ago, a new rift separated both Laurasia and Gondwana. Laurasia became North America and Eurasia. Gondwana became 5 continents known as South America, Africa, India, Australia, and Antarctica. 3 million years ago, our continents remained to be North, South America, Eurasia, Europe, Africa, Antarctica, and Australia.